Hey Internet, Josh Sundquist here. Tommy Hilgfiger hired me to do an Instagram campaign about the Tommy Adaptive Spring line. Today I'm going to be unboxing a bunch of cool stuff from that line for you. Now, the Tommy Adaptive line, if you don't know, is a really cool line created by Tommy Hilgfiger to make getting dressed a little bit easier. Okay, so these sweatpants might be useful to someone like myself, an amputee, but an amputee who's wearing an artificial leg, who might have a tough time getting that foot through the pant leg in their sweatpants. So these pants actually flare at the bottom, and then they have a Velcro attachment to cinch them back down. So you have extra width to get your foot through, whether you might be wearing a prosthesis or it might be your actual foot wearing a brace, and then you can clench it down and make it a normal width around your ankle. So this is a pair of shorts. Like all Tommy Adaptive clothes, it looks like a normal pair of shorts, but upon closer inspection, check this out. If you have a hard time with dexterity, maybe you have one hand, maybe your hands are arthritic, instead of having to button or zip these pants, check it out. Oh, it's Velcro up here, not an actual button, and then in the fly, instead of a zipper, it's magnets. What? Next up, a sweatshirt. Again, always appears to be an entirely normal garment at first glance, and in fact everything in the Tommy Adaptive line are in Tommy Hilgfiger's normal line, just made with special adaptations. In this case, the sweatshirt, if you have a tough time pulling your head through a sweatshirt, this opens at the neck so that your head can easily fit through. Boom. It has Velcro, and then once you pull it over your head, reattaches and becomes a normal crew neck. Next up, a polo shirt. Now, a similar feature here in that a polo shirt might be difficult to pull over your head. So up here at the top of this polo shirt, normal looking button set, but in fact this one, not a button, it's another magnet. Same concept here, so you can easily pull it over your head. Next item is going to be a button-up shirt, and the button-up shirts in the Tommy Adaptive line are probably my most favorite. Many people have pointed out to me in seeing my Tommy Adaptive videos, hey, this looks like a shirt that would just be nicer and easier for all human beings. Buttons, while they are useful, buttons are kind of arduous sometimes. In this shirt, these buttons are not actually buttons, they are magnets. What? Even in the sleeves, these fasteners are magnetized. So you fasten, actually, you can easily do it with one hand if you have one hand, or if you have limitations that would make buttons hard for you. Alright, so check this out. Unbuttoned shirt, buttoned. Whoa, first try, amazing. Now watch, spreads again, comes back together. Next up in the Tommy Adaptive 2020 spring line, we've got this pair of khakis. A couple adaptive features I'll point out on the khakis. First of all, as you might expect by now, not a normal button, it's a Velcro, and not a normal zipper fly, it's magnets. But also up here in the top, you might want to be able to adjust the waist, which you can. Furthermore, if you have a prosthesis or your foot is in a brace, the bottom cuff of the pants opens completely, almost up to the knee, and then comes back together with magnets, and the magnets sort of disappear into the seam of the leg. Alright guys, I think I know what this is, and I'm pretty excited to unbox it. Last year when Tommy Adaptive came out, first they started just with garments, now they've expanded it to some pretty cool accessories like this, their first adaptive watch. Yeah. Awesome. I'm pretty excited to wear this. I just think it's mostly just a really cool looking watch. So this watch band is one continuous band, right? And you can straighten and tighten it by just pulling on the one band. The clasp is not a normal clasp, it is a simple magnet that can attach with one hand. Now to put it on, of course you just slip it over your hand, then you can adjust it however you want, and then instead of having to fasten or button something, you just magnetize it right on there. Look at that. That is really cool. So one other recent expansion of the product line, they've also added underwear. Officially they're called men's adaptive trunks. Like all Tommy Adaptive products, they look like a normal pair of trunks. These, however, have an adaptive feature, which is the fly. Check this out. They have a loop here, so if you have difficulty grasping things, instead of having to pull or open up a fly, you can loop it right here through your finger, and with that loop, boom, the underwear opens right up. Another feature of the adaptive underwear are these straps, which make it easier to pull up your underwear when you get dressed. Tommy Adaptive doesn't make adaptive shoes, but they did send me a couple pairs of Tommy Hilfiger shoes to wear in the Instagram photos for their campaign. I'll also show you the shoes. First pair, these are all new, limited edition. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Check this out. Ah, sick. Sick. I've been really wanting a pair of all-white high tops for quite a while now, and when I saw these as a collaboration between Tommy Hilfiger and Lewis Hamilton, I was just like obsessed instantly. That is a look that pops. And you guys know I just have this philosophy with shoes that as a person with one leg who walks around on these crutches all the time, people stare at me a lot in public. They always look down at my leg, and I like to wear a shoe that pops, a shoe that says, you know what, I knew that you were gonna look there, and I wore this to give you something to look at. Our final product to unbox today is going to be these white Tommy sneakers. Also, I didn't mention that these jeans that I'm actually wearing right now, these are also Tommy adaptive. They have the adaptive feature, which is the fastener of Velcro and magnets here in the fly. Alright, wow, what a haul! I'm so stoked about all of these clothes. I'm so excited about the Tommy Hilfiger spring adaptive line. But most of all, I'm just so excited to live in 2020 in a world where stuff like this exists, where people with disabilities or people whose bodies are shaped differently can choose to look fashionable. And I applaud Tommy Hilfiger for being the first mainstream clothing brand to develop something like this. If you're a brand out there watching, I hope that you'll create more products for the adaptive market, because I think that there's a lot of people out there who are looking for stuff like this, and I think you'll find success in doing so. Alright, thanks for watching. We should hang out sometime.